What's poppin', y'all? It looks like Logan Paul's gonna get his revenge on SteveWillDoIt. Because if you guys recall, several months ago, SteveWillDoIt hopped on the Logan Paul podcast, and after his drunken performance and really disrespectful words towards Logan Paul, he would go out on Steiny's podcast, one of the Nelk members, and say this.
So how do you make your money? How do you make your money? He was really interested in how I make my money, right? And I don't think that Logan is a low IQ individual. So, like, for real, like, if he's genuinely curious about my bread and he's like an ally of mine, he would have started as a business owner and as a smart person, he would have started where I would have started. Yo, like, how do you make your money? It's got to be like Prime, right? Like about Prime. He never asked me about Happy Dad. He knows, like, he's seen me, for the 7 years. He sees Happy Dad everywhere. Like, I just find that it was like, yo, you're either really stupid, which I don't think so, or you're just trying to catch me slip and just trying to there's nothing to slip to, but the internet can change anything. When there's someone like Logan who's like, why the fuck you playing me? What is, and you can't play me. Like, even when I black out, like, I like how I blacked out, and I remember that, it was like, you cannot play with me.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know how it would have been if I didn't know Mike at all.
So Logan Paul just asked him a question that we're all thinking, which is like, yo, where does this money come from? Because Steve has so many homes, gifts so many people expensive things, has a jet as well. And Steve was so bothered that he was being asked this and was trying to gaslight everybody else. He would talk about this situation not only on Steiny's podcast, but he would also talk about it on, I believe, Aiden Ross's stream, where he had a bunch of people collaborating. I don't know if it was an event, but it was the prison stream. He had Aiden Ross, 6ix9ine there, and a bunch of other people months ago. And we never really got the answer. They were able to patch things up eventually, but this is a recurring theme that people are in shock with how much money SteveWillDoIt spends, because Prime, we can all agree, globally speaking, is a lot more popular than the drink that SteveWillDoIt has. Now, you could say like alcohol makes more money and all that, but even domestically, Prime is selling a lot more. And Logan Paul is looking at him like, yo, I don't spend money like this. How are you spending money like this? Same thing with Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin's a close friend of SteveWillDoIt's. And he's like, yo, I've never seen anybody spend money like SteveWillDoIt except maybe Aiden Ross. And even Aiden Ross doesn't have a jet. And we know exactly how Aiden Ross gets his money. That's the thing. Well, it would come to be that he would get exposed for maybe not being broke, but not being honest about all of his wealth and the gifts that he's given. And this all started with a, quote, relationship, friendship that he had sparked off with this very popular, or at least she was very popular at one point, influencer Corinna Koff, who was boys with David Dobrik, and then eventually she ventured off and did her own thing, did OF. She was riding around on jets. So this started around November. So in November, on November 14th specifically, this clip would surface. So SteveWillDoIt just gifted Corinna Koff a GT2 RS Porsche, a $300,000 Porsche. And my whole question is, I know what this car is, but this doesn't look any different from a 911, and it costs like 5 times more. 5 times more, I'm gassing it, but like 6 times more. Yeah, what would it be, 6? No, like 4 times more. So whatever, you guys get the point. But I guess it's an if you know thing. But he buys that for her. And then on November 21st, he took her on a date courtside to the Lakers. So he already spent 300 bags on the car. And then he says, went courtside and had a crazy reaction on my face. Then LeBron James started talking to Corinna for a full minute. That's when I'm like, well, I'm leaving. My face is swollen, and LeBron James chops it up with Corinna about golf for a minute. I don't even know if this is real, but it's funny because he had flashing lights on by Ye for the story. So that's November 21st. On November 25th, he would reveal something shocking.
I'll be honest, I'm hoping Corinna's watching. I'm talking to Corinna, dude, so straight up. And I don't even know if she likes me. I've given Corinna $1.1 million in stuff between cars, cash, and jewelry in the last 1 month. Gangster.
So here he is saying that in just a little bit under a month, he spent over $1 million in gifts for Corinna. And we're all watching this. We're like, some people are like, man, I can't believe he's spending that on a girl. Other people that are a little bit more sensible are thinking, yeah, sure, how did he spent that on a girl? Where is the money coming from? That's the real question, because this guy's a consistent gambler too. And then a full month later, on December 5th, he would post this to his story.
Corinna's birthday, and she's the best. So, let's go.
I'm so scared.
Here, and then. Well, you already knew you were getting it.
Oh my god.
GT3 RS.
Holy, it looks so good.
It's crazy.
It looks
right?
so good.
Yo, and it's loud as.
Oh, I'm scared.
Boom.
Oh my god.
Presents. But yeah, happy birthday. And then
I'm so scared.
oh, and then this. Yo, this.
What's going on?
This I was gonna say like.
I don't need any more. Okay.
No, I was gonna say.
I don't need any more gifts.
When I bought this, I looked at it. I was like, I'm gonna write her a note and be like, hey, Corinna, if you end up like, if I become like, not so unhinged and crazy, maybe you'll like date me or something, and then you open this. If not, open it in a year. But it's to match my drip. But it's it's factory, and it's to match my drip.
I'm scared.
No, but it's not even big. Okay.
Look at it.
Okay, but you see my drip?
Yeah.
36.
I think you did enough.
Here you go. It's a factory Rolex. And that's to match my drip.
Holy.
It's to match my drip. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This is my
What do I
drip.
do to deserve all this? What is the reason for all this? Is what I want to know. Nobody just goes out and decides one day, oh, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of for somebody that I don't really know that well.
Never met a nigga like me.
So he gave her $100K in cash. He gave her another gold Rolex. He's just dropping gifts on gifts on gifts on top of her. And then several days later, he drops $1 million at the Red Rock Casino. That's where most of these guys go to gamble in Vegas. So he's dropping $1 million in the middle of the casino.
Listen.
No,
Listen.
seriously.
Spillage.
Oh boy.
On aisle, $1 million. Straight up. And what? Now you're saying, like, huh? Not bad.
And then on December 12th, so this is at least 2 months? Yeah, we went from November 5th to December 12th, 2 months, this video comes out.
Back on the plane, Corinna was waiting, and Steve was ready to celebrate her birthday for the 8th time with an $89,000 watch. Also, he gave her a $30,000 Hermes bag, but who's counting?
It's so cute.
Corinna then surprised Steve with a gift of her own, sweatpants.
Okay, now I gotta get you back.
Oh my God, she got you a shirt!
I want another card.
To be honest, neither Corinna nor I knew why she was receiving these gifts.
I haven't even used my yet.
You haven't had for this?
No.
Are you going to?
I think I need to.
The Rolls Royce Pullen, a Ferrari 296, a McLaren 720S Spider, and then we got the 4x4 Brabant.
Wow.
You have 3 minutes because we have to make our flight. Choose one of them, and it's all yours.
Oh my God!
Pick somebody else, dude. I have 8 cars.
You have 9.
You have not.
Otherwise,
Like really bad gluttony, and I'm going to hell.
right? Okay.
If it wasn't my picks, it's this.
Corinna. This one.
Okay, you're getting the 750S, and I'm wrapping it.
I don't want the 750.
Okay, then you're getting the Ferrari.
I don't want the Ferrari.
Okay, then you're getting the Rolls Royce. All right, process of elimination. We're getting the Brabant.
Which one'd you pick? That's the choice. This is the craziest reaction I've ever seen in my life.
I've gotten 3. What do you want me to say?
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not.
Another car. Like it's literally like he's buying me Chick-fil-A.
How long have you known him for?
4 weeks. Literally, I've only got my period once since I've known this guy. You know, he gave Carl 10 grand once. He said, "Here you go." He put 10 grand on the ground and walked away.
So here she's saying, I believe she's talking to David Dobrik or somebody else that's filming this, and she says that he's spent well over $1 million because he said he spent $1 million a month prior. But if he's getting the jets out here and he's moving like that, and he bought her several more cars since then, that is it looks like $10 million or something like that. And funny enough, one of the top replies on this was he's going to regret all this one day when he's broke. And the repo man came to repo, I guess, because we would get a notice on the updates on Corinna's items that she was gifted by none other than SteveWillDoIt.
I actually found out today, though, because I did call her to talk to her about getting that all situated. I mean, she said she'll do it. She gifted back all the cars Steve gave her. He didn't pay for any of them. Well, gifted a car, didn't pay for it. Who does that?
Uh-huh.
And then makes a video about it. I don't know. That's weird.
Wasn't there a video about that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Internet, man. Who knows what you can believe these days?
So this guy, Eric, he was originally a Fortnite streamer, YouTuber personality, and then he would link with Corinna, and they would become really close friends. They've been friends for maybe 7 years now. They flew around all around the world together. He was part of her crew when she was riding around in private jets. So he talks to her all the time, and he makes a good point here. Number one, he says SteveWillDoIt didn't pay for any of these cars, which is no surprise. How the hell did he get them? Number one. And then to have the gall to not only somehow acquire this vehicle that's not paid, maybe the payments weren't kept up for it, but regardless, and then give it as a gift to somebody. Because not only are you flexing with the vehicles, you're flexing that you gifted it to someone, and then you're actually gifting it to that person, and they have to deal with the problems that come with it, and none of them were paid. And then there's also the fact that he got a lot of clout and press and coverage for free based on this quote-unquote relationship. Because there were streams that he was doing, SteveWillDoIt, where he was gambling on the casino, not just the Red Rock, like the legitimate casino, legitimate, quote unquote, but the online and offline one. So he would be on his online sponsored, and he would have Corinna Koff there. And you guys, you know the meta. All these guys, like Clavicular does it, all of these guys do it. They need to keep up their views while they're gambling. So what do? They bring chicks on while they're gambling, and it keeps their views higher, and they engage them in some manner or another. Because if it's just them gambling, unless they're train wrecks or one of these people that put in pain and hours and built their personalities within the gambling viewer space, then they're not going to just be able to do that without a significant dip in views. So they use the girls as eye candy while they do that. So SteveWillDoIt, he's gifting her all of this stuff. I guess most of this isn't paid except for the Lakers tickets, which if you're talking about courtside Lakers tickets, what is that, 10 bands for two people? I don't know, maybe 25 if it's a playoff game, but it wasn't. It was in December. So who knows? It's not that much in comparison to the other stuff that he was buying. Even a private jet flight, it wouldn't be that much. Yet he gets to benefit off of using her for the popularity, number one. Number two, yeah, he is popular, but when you put a popular person with a girl that's also popular, it's just 1 + 1 = 11. You're 10xing it, more so than that. And then he uses her for his gambling streams. And then what happens after that? We don't know what happened. We don't know if there was a falling out behind the scenes. And I do think that this is quite respectful from her end for not just airing him out. And, well, I mean, Eric spoke on it, but for her not coming online and saying, he gave me all of this and I had to give it all back because none of it was paid. So who's coming to collect? This is another question, which is what makes Logan Paul valid in what he asked, which is, where is this money coming from? Okay, yeah, you get all this money from Happy Dad. All right, you just splurged all of this stuff on Corinna, on a girl, like $1 million, $2 million, let's just say $2 million in the span of 6 weeks. Where did that money come from? Or where did these cars come from? And why weren't the cars paid for? And then what is he going to say? Well, he's not going to say anything. He's probably just going to take some more drinks and then just start crashing out, or maybe take some Quaaludes. This guy's taking 80s drugs. Like, people are buying 80s vintage whips or vinyls or collectible items. This guy's getting drugs that have been discontinued for 30 plus years. That's the flex that he's hitting people with. So SteveWillDoIt is frankly a mess. I don't know how he's going to do it though, because no pun intended, he manages to go up and down and ride these waves. And I think he loves to do that because the guy he's a degenerate at heart. And that's why we find find him very, very entertaining. You put him with anybody, this guy's going to entertain the hell out of you. But he might be in one of those phases where he's struggling for bread. Because if I had to guess, he was making payments on those cars, and then I think maybe the payments on the cars stopped. And that's why whatever happened. But hopefully we get more details on that, because now that makes a lot more sense. Okay, he didn't pay for all of these cars, and now they have to be returned. That's the side that we don't see. And how often does this happen? But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one.